Hello, and welcome to the Insights Podcast. My name is Mariam, and joining me is Yasser, a digital marketing specialist who has been in the marketing industry for over a decade. Today, we're tackling the hot topic, why real estate ads in Dubai are failing to generate the right leads. So Yasser, why are these ads not working?
Hi, Miriam. Thank you for having me for this podcast. It's a reality. It's a ground reality that in the real estate sector, the ads are not really working these days. If you look at like 5, 6 years back, the ads used to generate better leads, better results, better conversions, especially in the real estate sector, because there was much less competition. So what has changed in these 5, 6 years that the real estate ads are not really delivering the right results? There are many reasons for that, but I would like to tackle three most important issues which are there, which most of the companies really overlook. They don't really think that these are the reasons. They keep looking at the other things which do not really make that much of impact, but these are the main reasons. If you can't fix this, you cannot fix rest of the things.
Okay.
So the first and the most important reason is that there is a lot of ad clutter happening, isn't it? There are so many real estate ads. There are so many advertisers advertising. So there is basically a lot of oversaturation happening in the real estate market. Imagine, I can give you a simple number and you can understand how big it is. So simply, if you take an example of Dubai, just Dubai, within Dubai, currently, I just checked today, there are almost 6,500 real estate ads active right now.
Oh.
Imagine 6,500 campaigns are running just in the real estate. And all of them are literally, targeting the same people. They're having almost similar message, invest in Dubai or this project, that project. All of them are really doing the same thing. So because there is a lot of ad clutter and there is an oversaturation in this sector, that's one of the reasons why the ads are not working, because all the advertisers are really targeting the same people. So one person who is a potential investor will see an ad, if not 6,500, may see 100, 200 ads in a month related to real estate. So how does this person really decide which ad to click on, which ad to, where to send their lead, who is the right fit for them, which is the right company, so on and so forth. This is the biggest reason. Now, how do you tackle this? Like, there is an ad clutter, nobody can change it. One company cannot change it, one person cannot change it. There will still be ads. Today, there is a competition of 6,500 ads. Tomorrow, it will be 7,000, 8,000, 10,000. So the competition, you cannot really do anything about the competition. But what you can do as a company or as an individual who is running the ads, what is the thing that you can do? The first and the foremost thing is your content standing out of the crowd? So does your content has such hooks which can attract the user to click on your ad? You have seen the ads which we have been creating, and you have also seen there are a lot of ads which have like hooks which attract the users to click on the ad. So does your content really have hooks to attract the users to click on your ad? This is the first thing that needs to be done. The content should be very attractive to the users. Okay. So if your creative or your targeting is not differentiated from the other ads, you will simply not cut through this clutter. You'll be lost in the clutter. The second point is that there is an over reliance on Meta and TikTok. You can see everyone advertising on Meta and TikTok. But do you think in the digital space, are these the only platforms?
No, I'm pretty sure there are many more. I mean, there are many more.
Absolutely. There are many more platforms, but why is everyone simply just focused on advertising on Meta and TikTok, even when they realize that they are not getting the right leads and conversions from these platforms? This is because most of the professionals available in the market who run these ads, they are very, I would say, comfortable with these platforms. They know these platforms. They know how to run ads on these platforms. They are not ready to explore the other channels. And
aren't the audience mostly there on these like TikTok and Meta?
Absolutely. Audience is there, definitely. But what do you do when everyone is just using that platform to advertise? You need to find alternate ways, isn't it?
But then how will they find, like, suppose they do it in another platform, how will they reach the right customers or their audience?
Right. So we have to basically explore what are the other options available where they should be focusing, targeting, and advertising to the users. It's not that all the users just spend 24 hours of their day on these two platforms only. We do other things also on internet. Everyone does. So there are other platforms. So basically, I will tell you in simple sentence that we should not have an over reliance on platforms like Meta and TikTok. We should diversify. We can diversify to the platforms like LinkedIn is there. You can target and find out influencers and investors, and you can target them in the right way. There are Google ads for high intent buying. On Google, people are searching for apartments to buy, villas to buy, so on and so forth. So this is more, I would say, targeted and high intent audience that you can target. But again, I know that there's a lot of competition on Google, but still Google is a better platform than targeting on social media. There are other platforms, like for example, there are people from different countries who are living in UAE, isn't it? There are, I think, people from 70 plus countries are actually living in UAE. So it's a much diversified audience. But do you know that there are people from certain countries which do not use Google or Facebook or Meta? They use some other platform. So why not use those platforms to target those users? For example, I'll give you a simple example. Like in Russia, the most used search engine is Yandex. So when Russians come to Dubai, they keep using Yandex. They don't use Google. They don't change their search engine preference just because they are in a different country. So target people on Yandex in Dubai as well, in UAE as well. This is one of the examples. So we can target people on the alternative search engines, like Yandex is there. There is Baidu.com, which is the world's biggest search engine after Google because it's a Chinese search engine. So we can target people on these search engines as well. YouTube is the next big thing. Most of the companies have not been using YouTube to generate leads, but I think YouTube is a great platform now. People spend a lot of time on YouTube. Also, what I have seen that most of the real estate companies do not invest in doing SEO, search engine optimization. They don't really they just want some quick gains, and they don't want to build something for the long run, to rank on the first page of the Google search results, not in the ads. Obviously, ads I already addressed in Google ads, but in the organic results. So you need to do a comprehensive SEO strategy so that you can rank in the organic results. There are other things like there is WhatsApp automation these days. There is email automation these days through which you can reach out to the users. And also there are other platforms like there is Snapchat. Snapchat works good with certain type of audience. Or there are display ads, the banner ads that you see on the different websites, or the in-app advertising. When you are using different apps, you see some ads. Yeah. That in-app advertising also could be a great way of advertising to the people. Or especially for the real estate, there are some global real estate platforms where they can advertise their offerings. For example, for like extreme or the high-end luxury properties, there's a platform globally which is called as James Edition. So they can advertise their properties on these platforms. So basically, just within a minute, I've told you almost 8 or 9 different channels through which they can advertise. But these are not the only channels. There are more channels available. The third most important reason is that there is poor targeting and there is no conversion optimization. It's actually a harsh reality that we are not able to reach out to the right audiences. With the available tools also on Meta and all, the targeting is fairly broad, okay? And if you look at the platforms, any platform basically, the platform does not know who the actual buyer is, isn't it? Do you think that the Facebook, Meta, or any other platform knows who the actual buyer is? No. It will give you the potential audience on the basis of their different behaviors online, but that doesn't mean that the person is going to buy. So how do we optimize these ads so that you can actually reach out to the potential buyers? So there is something called as a conversion optimization. Basically, in conversion optimization, you are helping these platforms, Meta or TikTok or any other platform, understand who the real buyer is. Now, this is a little tricky. How do you tell them who is a buyer for you, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So basically, we set it up using something called as conversion APIs. Conversion APIs basically help to share information from within the company with Meta. So for example, you got 10 leads from Meta, okay? And this came to your company CRM. Now in the company CRM, you marked which out of these 10 leads is the actual buyer who brought from you, okay? Over the period of time, this user converted, and then in the CRM, you marked it as this is a converted lead. Now, there is a one-way communication. Meta send this lead to the CRM, but does the CRM send the information back to Meta that this lead converted and he is a buyer? No, because there's a one-way communication happening all through. Now we can actually change it to a two-way communication with the help of conversion APIs, where as soon as the conversion happens, the sale happens through the CRM, it can send an information to Meta or TikTok, helping TikTok or Meta or any other platform to understand that who is the real buyer.
Okay.
So now we are sharing the real buyer information with these platforms, and these platforms can do conversion optimization and show your ad to similar other people so that you get more conversions and you get more sales. Now, most of the companies, and I can tell you with absolute honesty that almost 95% of the companies right now are not using conversion APIs. This is a new concept actually. It's been there for a few months only. It's not been there for a very long time. It was in testing before, now it has been fully rolled out. But most of the companies are not using it. So, and some of the companies I have seen, they are hesitant that they say that, okay, we cannot share our data with Facebook. But in reality, this data is actually generated from Facebook. We are just helping Facebook, Meta, or any other platform to understand who is the conversion. That's it.
Okay.
Isn't it? The data is already there, isn't it? The lead is generated from that platform. So I don't think there is a need for any kind of hesitance. And this all data is not processed manually. No human processes this data inside Meta. This is all machine learning. We are just sending signals back to the system, and the system is optimizing your ad according to who converted. Up to now, what used to happen that real estate companies used to generate like thousands of leads, and out of those 1,000 leads, who is the real buyer? The platform doesn't know. It keeps on generating thousands of leads for you on the basis of its own preferences, like who are most likely clicking on your ad, who are most likely filling up the form. But it can be anything. You have heard the real estate agents crying and saying that the leads that we are receiving, it's all crap. It's all maybe the job seekers, or these are not the potential buyers. So because there is no information being fed back to the system which can help system understand who is the real buyer, so there is no proper optimization. Even though we can do the basic targeting optimization and all, we cannot do the real optimization without helping the system understand who is the real buyer. This is going to be the game changer in the industry in the coming months, but it depends upon how fast everyone is going to adopt it. It's a new thing, new technology. Even the marketers need to learn its adoption, its implementation, its results, so on and so forth. So it will take some time, but this is something that's going to make a big difference in the real estate ads in the coming times.
Okay, so what I can get from this is that real estate companies in Dubai should, one, create ads that cut through the noise. Second, they should diversify the platforms they use. And the third one is that they should share the conversion data with the platform.
Correct, absolutely. So these three will actually make a big difference in the ads, definitely. So you're creating good content, which you're attracting the right users, okay? And then you're also targeting users on other platforms, which nobody else is doing. And third, out of those users, whoever is converting on your platform, then you are helping the platforms to understand that this is the real buyer. So this will complete the whole cycle for you, and it will give you more sustained and regular, not just conversions, but buyers.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in into the Insights podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.